We can start. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Okay, guys, one more thing, just wanted to let you know, sometimes when I say sharp
Yes.
5 minutes and I'm late for 2, 3 minutes, it is because Zoom, it converts the recording according to the YouTube format. And if I do something in between, if I start a new meeting, sometimes it corrupts the recording. And we had this incident. Hence, safer side, I wait for that recording to get converted. Hence, 1 minute here and there, it happens, right? So please bear with me for that. Yeah. Now, I hope so. This is clear for everyone. What is the data center, hardware, rack, server, operating system, three-tier application, and just the concept of highly available application. High availability in Azure, it's a deep topic. We are going to do that in a proper manner. But as a concept, I hope all these things are clear to everyone. Anyone has any question, any doubt, please feel free to ask.
No.
Okay. Now let's talk about the data center, that how from the data center we are moving towards cloud. Why do we have cloud? By now, I hope this is clear to everyone that why do we need server, right? Why all these hustle of servers? Why do we need it? Why can't we simply have our business running on one server, right? I hope that is clear to everyone that to run a proper business, you will require thousands of server. Now, everything, whatever we are going to learn, everything is around the servers, right? Even if we call it a serverless architecture, at the back end there will be a server. Maybe you are not managing that, but it will be a server. Is this clear to everyone? Why I almost spent one session on explaining the server? Because everything whatever we're going to learn, it will revolve around the server. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
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 Okay. Now, let's say that why do we require all of these? Why do we need this? Why are we talking about servers and how is it going to help? Before that, just wanted to quickly share one joke with you guys, or maybe one image. I have been sharing this in my old video also, right? This will help you to remind things. This will help you to remember things. That is the reason I'm doing that. So whenever we hear this serverless architecture in our future sessions also, maybe in your interview questions also, or maybe in your job description also, so understand one thing very clearly. I hope you guys have watched that cartoon called Scooby-Doo, right? They used to try to catch ghost, and ultimately they come to know there is no ghost actually, only some person wearing a mask, he is the only ghost. So similarly, we have this joke with that whenever we are calling a serverless computing and we do the deep dive into that, actually there is a server behind it. There's nothing without a server. No matter what you're using, no matter what you're doing. Now in upcoming sessions, we are going to talk about infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, where you do not require a single server to run a service, right? But ultimately there will be servers behind it. So remember this joke, and even if someone is talking about serverless computing, say yes, I know. Ultimately there will be a server behind it. Some concepts will change, some methods will change, but ultimately the basic thing is not going to change. Basically, it will have server. There is no service in the world for in technology, be it AI, website, anything or everything which will work without a server. Servers may differ, maybe some light servers, some heavy server, Windows, Linux, whatever, but a server will always be there. So remember that thing clearly. Right? Now, let's imagine that you are a businessman, right? And you have an idea of an application or a business like Swiggy. Now, Swiggy is already there, it's working fine, it's a success business model. So, today, if you have a business idea like Swiggy, you will not hesitate to spend lakhs of rupees on that, right? Or maybe you're an investor, if you do not have money and if you're looking for investors, Yet your investors, if your idea is good, right, they will not hesitate to put money. But think about it, maybe a decade ago, where we didn't have any service like this, like Swiggy, right? And there you have a business model for Swiggy, and you want to start that. No investor is trusting in you. They will say, yeah, why would I order something which is readily available in a hotel? I can call that hotel, and that hotel person will deliver it to my house. Why customers will pay you extra? What are you doing in it? Ola or Uber, right? Why customers need an app? They can simply go on its road and they can hire an auto, right? They can call the cab services or travel agent. They can hire it. Why will they use it? I don't trust your business, right? I'm not investing in that. But as a business owner, as an idea, you are very much sure about it and you want to start it. As of now, we're not talking about the cloud. Now let's start imagining that first thing you need to implement. You have done your, let's say, MBA from IIM. You are very good at business. You have done your marketing. You have hired a marketing research team, and you are sure about it that you can do it. But are you a coder? No. So what will be your expenses as a business owner, or let's say as an idea bearer? You have an idea, right? Idea of Swiggy, Ola, or anything. Let's stick to Swiggy. Swiggy's similar idea you have. We are just taking names for example, guys, right? So you have an idea similar to Swiggy. There is nothing in the market. No investor is trusting in you. You have to do it with your own money. Now let's see how much time and money it takes to start a business like this. Very first thing, what do you require? As an MBA holder, you are an MBA holder from maybe a very prestige college, right? So you know the market, you know everything. You're done with your market research. You didn't require any technical guy, right? For market research, for sampling, for feedback, people's expectation. You're done with that. You're everything. Now the technical part comes. You already spend money in this. Remember, no matter how good you are with your degree, you can't do this alone. If you're talking about a market research, you'll have to hire someone. You have already spent money. Now here comes the main part, a technical part, because your business idea is like Swiggy. You need an application, you need a website. So this guy will go to some coder, right? That, okay, this is my business idea. I'll give it to you in black and white. In plain term, you create a software for me. Now, coders, they have already charged him lakhs of rupees. Coding, it's an expensive thing, right? Okay, he has still spent, let's say, 5 lakh for coding. He has his uh, code, a bunch of code is ready, which is available, readily available, which can be connected with a restaurant and everyone, right? And they have already done that marketing. They have spoken to restaurant people. They are ready to give the cut of 25%. Okay, we'll pay you 25% if you give me the business which you're promising. Based on their market research, they know that, okay, client will also use it. We have done the market research. So now what is pending between them and business? It's hosting this website. Website is ready, and website is completely ready. Customer end is ready, restaurant end is ready, right? I hope you understand, guys, that Ola, what you look at your screen, or the Swiggy, what you look at your screen, it's not similar. uh, Ola cab driver will have a different app, right? Different functionality, different feature. Your restaurant owner, you guys will have a different feature, and all of these are connected. You are ordering something, they're accepting the order, but let's say your website is ready, completely ready for that. Now, what do you need? You need to host this website, right? Now, host this website. What do you require? To host a website, you require a web service. To have a web service, you required a web server. To have a web server, you require a server. Ultimately, whatever kind of service you add to that server, it will be called that server. There is a server. If you add a web service, it is a web service. You call DNS service, it is a DNS server. You install storage services, it is a storage server. You call database service, it is a DB server, right? So in this case, we require a web server or a server. You install that server. To install that server, let's start from here. Server operating system. You all of you are using client operating system. Anyone knows the tentative rate of Windows 11 if you want to purchase Windows 11 now with a licensed version? Not talking about the cracked version, etc. That is good for your house use. But if you're doing a business and if you use unlicensed version, Microsoft will sue you. And जितना आपने कमाया नहीं उससे ज़्यादा you'll end up paying to Microsoft. So you need a licensed version. So anyone has any idea that how much do you pay for a client operating system as a
2 to 3
license
lakh.
fee? Sorry?
2 to 3 lakhs.
No, definitely not.
10 to 12,000,
Yeah,
around
it isn't
10,000.
thousand. Just imagine you buy a laptop, right? A good laptop. It comes with a licensed version. आपके पूरे लैपटॉप का ही कॉस्ट 60, 70, 80,000 होता है. उसमें हार्डवेयर है, सब कुछ है, एंड इट इंक्लूड्स द लाइसेंसिंग फी ऑल्सो. सो क्लाइंट ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम अप्रोक्सीमेटली 8,000 से 10,000 के बीच में आता है डिपेंडिंग ऑन द वर्जन. बट
Yes,
सर्वर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम it will cost you for sure lakhs. One license I'm talking about. एक license 1 लाख का भी आता है. We have seen to run it properly, bare minimum, you will at least require 5 servers. Minimum. Because this directly you can't have a website. You will require DNS server for that. You'll require Active Directory for that. Right? There are many things. So minimum 5 to 8 servers you'll require. Right? You'll require 8 server. What is a server, guys? It's a hardware or it's a software?
it's a hardware.
No.
It's a server class hardware.
Software.
It's a software.
It's a software.
So
Now we're
Operating
talking
system.
about the
Operating
software.
system.
Fine, you managed somehow. Now to install it, what do you need? Server class hardware.
Hardware.
The server class hardware will cost you on an average 3 lakh rupees, I said, one server. You have 8 servers, operating system, you'll require 8 server class hardware, right? 8 threes are here. But then what do you need to connect these servers? You require networking. Right? You require racks to keep this. Even if you're making it in a server room, not a data center, you'll still require AC. You'll require power supply. You'll require ISP connectivity. And system admin era, your operating system guy will not know anything about networking. He'll say, I'm the operating system person. I don't know anything about networking. So I'll require skill set, human resource with system admin. And system admin also will require Windows guy separately. Ignore the spelling. Then Linux guy separately. Then you'll require networking guy, right? Then you'll require DB guy, database administrator. This all human resources. Now imagine just to start my idea, which I am sure that it will work, but my investors are not. So there are chances I may be wrong, no matter that how good my college was, right? Ultimately, I'm a human, and all researches can be failed. So how much am I spending here on an average? It will cross 1 CR. Is it feasible for everyone to do that? What do you think? You have an
mm,
idea? Is it feasible to just have that sort of money?
No,
Even
no.
if you take a
No.
loan, even if you take a loan and if your business is not working, you're doomed, right? So to avoid this, or to not to avoid this, but to make it easier, what happened? Not cloud directly. We'll come to cloud. Between cloud and this era where we needed one server class hardware for one server, there was a thing called virtualization. Virtualization, it's a concept. Now understand this thing, by the way. This is called whenever you have a data center, right? Or a server room also. It is called your on-prem data center or on-prem server room, right? On-prem का क्या मतलब हुआ? It is on-premises. On-prem is your on-premises data center. So this concept is called on-premises, where you are hosting everything. Not necessary, it has to be in the same premises uh, where your company is situated, right? For example, my small office is registered in Viman Nagar. doesn't mean that it has to be there in the same building. Maybe it's costly for me here, and I have rented some place in Wagoli. These are the area people who are from Pune, they will find it familiar. But let's say I have rented out a place, uh, cheaper place in outskirt of the city to keep my servers over there. Connectivity, I'll get it via internet. I don't have to worry about it, right? So that will be again called my on-prem data center. It doesn't have to have in on the same address. But when I am managing it, the concept of on-prem is I am managing it, right? I am owning it. I own that place or rent that place. I have those racks. It can be rented or owned. I have that server class hardware, own or rented. It's okay. But I own that physical entity. It's mine, right? Then that is called on-prem data center. So initially, that was the only concept we had. So to even to execute a small idea like Swiggy, again, not talking in today's term, imagine when we didn't have Swiggy. That time, it's obviously a small idea. Small idea like Swiggy will require crores of rupees to execute, which is not feasible for everyone. Then the thing came virtualization. What virtualization did that whatever server class hardware you have, let's say that this is the first era where if you want four servers, you want to have four servers to have a website, considering backend, etc., AD, DNS, everything, you concluded you need four servers. You purchased four license, you needed four server class hardware. I'm just writing hardware and I'm just writing it on one. Just this is for all of these four. So you can install your operating system on it. This is your operating system. 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 Imagine the cost, but this is how it was initially. Then the era of virtualization began, especially a company called VMware. They started. Now we have many of them, and cloud is again based on virtualization. So try to understand virtualization in a proper manner. Virtualization, what it did, it allowed us to use a single server. Let's say this is my hardware. It allowed us to divide the single server for multiple operating systems. So here we had an option, or we still have an option, to install a software called hypervisor. Hypervisor, it's a technology, guys. Okay. Hypervisor. Hypervisor is a technology. Hyper-V is a product of Microsoft, which helps you to do the virtualization. VMware, it's a product of VMware company, which helps you to do the virtualization. Hypervisor is the technology. Both of them will use it. Okay? Hypervisor is technology. Hyper-V, it's the product of hypervisor. Microsoft's product called Hyper-V, they're using hypervisor technology. So what hypervisor allows you to do, it allows you to install all four operating system on that one particular hardware. It will divide that particular hardware virtually. Not necessary four, you can have two, you can have multiple, it's up to you. But if it has 20 GB of RAM, it will allow you to use that 20 GB across those four servers. And it's not necessary to divide them equally. If one server of mine, it's let's say a huge server, it requires 10 GB, I can use 10 GB from the actual hardware here. Then I'm left with another 10 GB. So I can use 2 GB here, 4 GB here, and again 2 GB here, right? So I'm still left with 2 more GB. Maybe I can use it somewhere in next computer, right? It's up to you, however you want to use it. Obviously, you can't go more than 20 because actual hardware is of 20 GB. So this is called your virtualization. Virtualization helped to decrease the price of hardware. If I give you the example of this in your phone, nowadays we have many softwares which will allow you to have a virtualized phone within your phone. So it's a single hardware, but you can have two phones in that. You can have multiple WhatsApp in that, right? You can have multiple eSIM in that. It's just one hardware and you're using two profiles in that, right? So that is how it helped. Is this part clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, guys. What
Yes.
about others? Very low responses. Virtualization. Don't worry, you don't have
Yeah, I
Yes.
to
got it.
Yes.
Yes,
you don't
got
have
it.
to learn how to virtualize things. You don't have to learn how to do this. You just need to understand these as concept, right? So I hope as a concept, virtualization is clear to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So virtualization, it helped in saving a little bit of cost, but still I have to buy one software, one hardware, and here I have to pay extra fees to hypervisor, whoever is providing me that hypervisor. If it is Microsoft, it is Hyper-V. If it is VMware, it's a VMware. Their company name and product both are same. Or if we be very specific, it is called vSphere, right? But ultimately, I'm paying license. I'm paying to them also. They are helping me to virtualize. I'm paying to them also, right? But it helped in a manner. It helped, but still I need multiple ISPs, I need multiple power supply. Even if I have one server, I need all of these things, right? This was virtualization. Here, instead of 1 CR, maybe I needed 50 lakhs to start my business. Again, do you think it's feasible for everyone? Someone who is coming with an idea, it is feasible to spend 50 lakhs immediately and start the
No.
business? No. Then the cloud came
No.
to picture, right? Now, cloud, it is very, very, very simple. Cloud, what they have done, companies like Amazon, their cloud is called AWS, Amazon Web Services. That is the oldest cloud services. You won't believe Amazon as a company is not earning from Amazon app from where we do the shopping. It's not earning from that. They're actually earning from their data center services. So what these company they have done now, there's Microsoft is there. Microsoft is a company. Their cloud service is called Azure. Amazon's cloud service is called AWS. Google's cloud service is called GCP, right? Then we have IBM's cloud, we have Oracle's cloud, we have Alibaba cloud, we have VMware also now, they are also in cloud. Right? So there are a number of clouds. Major are three: AWS, that is on top. Second is Microsoft. It is coping up very quickly, very fast. And then we have GCP, that is also growing very fast. Right? Numbers, you can go on Google and search that which one is holding what kind of. No one is going to ask you this in your interview कि किसका कितना market share है. But I think AWS has the highest market share. Then it's Microsoft Azure, then GCP. You don't have to worry about it. For your knowledge, you can go ahead and see what these companies have done in remote areas. They have taken acres of land, huge land, and in what they have done, they have built their own data center, right? Under the data center, what they have done, they have thousands of racks, literally thousands of racks, and in that, lakhs of servers. They have already built it. No matter what you need, what do you want to do, they didn't ask you anything, right? What they did, they built their infrastructure first. Okay, imagine all these servers. Now, what are they saying? That instead of hosting your own server and spending this much, why don't you come to me and rent my server? And this will happen over the internet. On the internet, you use my portal, and on the portal, just ask what do you need. You need a server 2012. Just give me some instructions and I'll give you a server 2012. Now, it becomes very easy for an end user or for a person who has an idea. It will go to the portal. Let's say this is their portal. There he will mention that, okay, I need a server of 2K12 or 2K19 or 2022, right? So Microsoft Azure, their website will help that user to have a server. They have operating system, everything readily available. You don't even need an engineer. You don't even need a network guy, a DB guy, nothing. You just have to click, 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 click next. And what the Microsoft Azure's portal will do, it will start spinning a virtual machine. Now, what is a virtual machine? Same thing which I explained in the previous diagram. On a hardware, when you have four servers, those are called virtual machine. One server, one server class hardware, one operating system, that's a physical server. One physical server, on that you have multiple machines, that's a virtual server. So in cloud, we are getting all virtual servers because we don't have that physical server here with us. You don't even know where it is being built, right? So you just tell Azure that I need one server in, let's say, India, or they have some specific regions. Let's say you tell them that I need it in India. So what Azure will do, in India, they have multiple data centers based on what region you have selected. In that particular region, it will start creating a virtual machine on one of these hardwares, right? And there are thousands of hardware, and all these hardwares, they have been virtualized already. They have Hyper-V. You don't have to do anything. Microsoft has done that. In this case, we're talking about Azure, hence I'm saying Microsoft. Google has done it same. Amazon has done it same. Amazon, AWS, they're using virtualization of VMware. Microsoft, obviously, they will use their own product. They're using Hyper-V for virtualization. But you don't need to know this. Even if you don't know, it's okay. You don't have to work on this. You don't have to configure it. You don't have to troubleshoot it. Microsoft has done it. They have put the racks, they have put the networking. All these servers are physically connected to each other. Later, they will divide it, right? Because not one person is going to use all these lakhs servers, right? And they have physical machines. The moment you give them the instruction that I need a server 2022, Microsoft will create a virtual machine here, and it will give you the access of that virtual machine. Simple. So even if you need 5 servers, you create 5 servers. You didn't have to buy a place, you didn't have to rent a place, you didn't have to do anything. You simply had to go to portal. It will show you the price already, that this is the price, this much it will cost. You can start running your website. You can simply ask your coder that, okay, this is the server, install the website here. Or ask the system admin, okay, these are the servers, install the website here, right? They will do it. And the good thing about this is you can rent it. You don't have to pay a monthly rent, as in you don't have to pay upfront monthly rent. You run it for 5 days. If you think your business is not working, you shut down all these servers for 5 days. After 5 days, and all you have to pay, it's only for 5 days, nothing more than that. You are not owning a server rack. You did not buy ISP. You did not buy multiple electricity connections. You did not buy anything. You just rented 5 servers, use them for 5 days. If you think they're not working, you shut them down. All you have to do, pay its rent for 5 days. That's all. So that is how the cloud is evolving. That is how cloud is helping small businesses as well. Right? Now, here, where is your job? Where do you stand in all between? Let's continue with the same example. Now, a guy with an idea like Swiggy, right? He's an MBA person. He's good with market research, etc. He has hired a coder. Now he has the code in his pen drive. But does he know how to operate the cloud? How to request these machines to cloud from cloud? No. There he needs a person called cloud administrator, because that guy, the MBA guy, if he starts doing that, he will end up paying extra money, because he doesn't know that there is a feature called auto shutdown in cloud. You as a cloud admin know, so you can save a lot of money for him, right? As an MBA guy, he doesn't know that there's a feature called spot instance, right? Which will save more money to you. But you as a cloud admin know. So you will save amount for him. So a person like him will hire you as a cloud admin, and then you will uh, host his machines on cloud. Then you will work for him on cloud. You'll be called cloud admin and he will pay you. More money you save, more he will pay you. this is an example of a small setup in a freelancer cloud admin. Now let's exaggerate this and take huge examples. Uh, let's take an airline, British Airline, American Airlines, or banks, right? Bank of America, huge banks. Now these guys, they already have huge setup on their on-prem, and they still need new servers as well. They keep on doing something. They are releasing some new website, new services for their client, loan application, automatic loan application, scanner app, XYZ. They keep on doing something. So they always need new servers, right? Now, an institute like Bank of America, they are not reaching out to you as an individual. What will they do? And plus, Bank of America, it is not their core job to do the technical thing. So they are not going to hire cloud admin on their payroll, right? It's not their core business. They want to focus on their product. Insurance companies, right? Insurance companies, they want to keep coming with new apps and new facilities so more and more customers can buy their product. But their employees, they are coming from insurance background. They are coming from with MBA background. They are focusing on their core product, insurance. They don't want to hire engineers and then divert their focus, right? So what they will do in this case, they will reach out to companies who are specialized in IT. They will reach out to Wipro, they will reach out to TCS. Okay, I have 10,000 servers already on-prem, and on a daily basis, I at least require 5 to 8 servers, right? And I sometimes these servers, I want to migrate them. And this is how they will come up with huge work idea with to TCS and Wipro. Wipro will say, fine, we can do it. We have expertise, right? Though they are working with some different project, they are working with different bank, but we know this. We'll hire new guys and we'll get this done for you. By the time they sign the contract with Bank of America, they discuss the terms, payments, etc., etc. They have good enough time with them, but and they know that okay, this is there the architecture team will work. They will know okay, 1,000 servers are there, they require 5 servers daily, so how many engineers will need, how many cloud admin will need. Wipro will come up with their own plan. Okay, fine, we need a team of 20 people, one architect, one tech lead, 12 cloud admin, one this, one that, one scrum master, everything, right? And this is how they start hiring. So this is where you guys will fit. You'll work for Wipro on Wipro's payroll, but you will be working on Bank of America's server. All these names I'm just taking for example. It can be anything. Right? Any client, not necessarily a bank, not necessarily an insurance company. It can be a government company, a government firm. Instead of Wipro, it could be TCS, anything. Names are just for example. Right? I don't even know if Bank of America has given their contract to to Wipro or TCS, or we don't even need to know that. Right? But this is where you guys will uh, come into picture. So they will come to market, they'll start hiring. You will work on Wipro's payroll, you will be working for Bank of America's server. Initial request will come, create new server, create storage account, create this, create that. My server is not working, this server didn't have automation feature, auto shutdown, can you please do that? I have 10 servers on-prem, can you migrate to this? So this is how you guys will be working. This existing server, you built a server with 10 GB RAM, but it is not working fine, can you increase the RAM? This server, your team built with 50 GB RAM, I'm hardly using it and I'm paying extra bill for that, can you decrease the RAM? Right? This server has only 500 GB hard disk. Can you increase it? Can you decrease it? XYZ and ABC. All these will come to you. Is this point clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, so this will be the job of a cloud admin. This is the background story. We have only 5 minutes left in this session. From next week, next session, we are going to start with cloud. I have already explained it to you, but we'll go ahead and read the definition. What is cloud? What is public cloud? What is private cloud? What is hybrid cloud? What is infrastructure as a service? What is a platform as a service? What is software as a service? All these things are what is serverless computing. These things are common irrespective of the cloud, be it Azure, AWS, or GCP. Right? One session or maybe 2 sessions we are going to spend on this, and then will start talking about Azure specifically. So we are still not learning Azure. We're just looking at the concept. In next session also we'll look at these concepts, but these are not concept to be taken lightly. Whatever we have covered now, very important. Three-tier application, highly available application, virtualization. They will ask types of cloud deployment models, private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. Very important. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. It is a must to know. Post this, we'll start reading cloud. So we only have 3 minutes. That's all for today. We covered servers, we covered virtualization, we covered highly available application. Any questions, any doubts in this, guys?
No doubt.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
So if you guys do not have any doubt, we are happy to close the session. See you guys next week. Meanwhile, please fill in that Excel file. In a day or so, I will upload these recordings. First one was just an introduction session. You can skip that. But if you need any revision, please feel free to go ahead and watch the recording. I'll share some questions today itself. I told you already that I'll be sharing questions. Make sure you do not pile up the question कि इसको कल पढ़ता हूँ. At the end of the sessions, you will have 400 or 200 questions, and then impossible to read all of them. So start from day one. I'll share some questions. I'll upload these recordings. Right? Yes. Sorry, someone was asking something.
Yes, sir. Where do
Excel
you get the Excel file?
Sorry, one at a time, guys. Aisha.
Yeah. Excel file. सर
Yes,
एक्सेल
Aisha.
फाइल कहाँ से मिलेगा वो?
Excel file, the link is in a group description of our WhatsApp group. Are you a part of the
वहीं पे
WhatsApp
फिल
group?
करना. Yes, sir. I am the part of the.
Yes. In the description, you will find an Excel file, which is called as attendance or something. So there you will find the Excel file.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Surabhi, you're asking something?
Sohail, but in the
Yeah.
attendance sheet of an Excel file, it has not updated our latest names in the list. The data
Yes,
is of
exactly.
2023 only.
Yes, because the main file is not updated. Once I have the finalized name, then only I'll be able to update that sheet. Once you guys fill in the
Then
sheet,
how
the
will
main
I
sheet,
mark our attendance? Okay.
don't worry, I'll mark it for today's and yesterday's session. And before next week, I hope we'll have the final names and the same name I'll copy and paste over there. Don't worry
And
about the
one more
attendance
question,
sheet as
sir.
of now. Just fill in the basic sheet.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
Sir,
Survi.
actually, yesterday I was not available. So, like, from where I'll get this recording session, sir?
I'll upload it on YouTube. The link of the channel is in the group description. Subscribe to that. You'll get the
Okay.
notification. I'll upload it in a day or so.
Okay, sir.
And where will we get the questions?
Questions, I'll post it on WhatsApp. Also, here I'll be creating a new page called August 2025 batch questions, and I'll be doing that. I'll be posting questions here. Today's questions, I'll put it on WhatsApp group. And the link to this OneNote, it is already there in the group's description. Okay, guys, we have less than 30 seconds, so I'll stop the session. See you guys next week. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.